Well, Ethan Miller-Bazemore was, for us, was a top recruit. Came from one of the best youth clubs in the country, NHB, Northampton Beach, down in Southern California. They had players that wanted to play at UCLA and Santa Clara, all kinds of places. So we brought him up. We brought him up on a recruiting trip and really took good care of him, and he really enjoyed the guys and liked the school. So we decided to come. And he was a big pickup for us. He came in, he redshirted a year, even though he could have played, but we had some depth in the back. So he came in as a central defender, and he just kept developing. And throughout his career, he actually started out as a center back. And his sophomore year, he played defensive mid. Then he played attacking mid. And he's worked his way. Senior, he's up front as a forward. So he was very important to us. He scored a lot of goals. His senior, I think he had 22 goals. He was a leader just because he worked so hard. He's so focused. He's so competitive, and he kind of led from the front, kind of pushing the guys, and he was very valuable to us. Well, I think his competitive fire. I mean, he came in, and he wanted to win so bad, and he just worked hard, and he was so decisive and focused in games. And then his improvement. I mean, he came in as a center back. And was a solid center back. He just worked his way forward, and to score 22 goals in our conference as a senior is pretty phenomenal. He was so decisive. He was great at getting behind defenses and just going to goal. Sometimes guys, they'll get in behind defense, they'll kind of slow down and try and beat a guy again. He just went to goal. Very good at reading the run to get in behind the defense. So he got himself through quite a bit. I mean, just to score as many goals as he did. Who knows if he'd been forward all 4 years, he could have more. But I mean, he was just a really competitive fire, and then his improvement was phenomenal.
I remember our senior year, we had a competition on who could have the best goal celebrations. I was at a major disadvantage because I only scored 7 times, and he had over 20. So I think he actually won that competition.
Ethan was a hard ass. He was a guy. He worked hard, and he demanded that he held guys accountable. If guys weren't going to work hard and didn't want to compete and looked like they didn't want to be out there, he called them out. So like I said, he led by example. His play, I mean, he worked so hard and in games. I mean, he was just he wanted it bad. So
I had a lot of great times with Ethan. We had started when we were red shirts. Before we actually were on the traveling team. We had the Fab Five. I think Ethan actually came up with the name. He was only 4 of us made it. Myself, him, Eric Parrish, and Mike Jones. But he was the best of all of us. So it's a great honor for him to be able to be in the Hall of Fame.
I'm proud of him, not only as a soccer player, and he grew a lot, but also as a person. He went on to earn his law degree. I was there at his graduation from law school, which was we had a good time after that. And he's become a great family man with a beautiful wife and 2 lovely daughters. He lives. If you're friends of Ethan on Facebook, he lives life to the fullest. I mean, he's always traveling, he's different places, and he works hard, but he plays hard as well. And I'm just proud of who he's developed into. I have a funny story that I tell to my teams, probably every year, and even youth teams I work with. We had a season. I believe it was '95, where we were struggling. We'd lost some games and we were struggling. We had a good team, but it wasn't gelling. And we had a practice where it was a really heated practice, and guys were talking back and forth, and I got everybody in. And just to kind of make a point, I said, circle up. I said, we guys have problems with each other. Let's settle it right now. Who's got a problem? And Ethan steps up and he called out a guy. I said, you, Andy Huff, what the hell, you better, going through. And Andy stepped forward, well, what about you? And they went back, and all of a sudden they kind of went to fisticuffs right there in front of everybody in big circle.
And he was a fighter, even on the field, but also off the field. Coach sometimes would have us circle up. He'll know what that is, and so will Coach Ziemer. So he would fight even in practice if Coach let him circle up.
And it just like cleared the air, and we ended up turning out we went on a huge winning streak. We won the conference, and after that everything kind of came together, and it was I didn't intend for that to happen, but it did, and it cleared the air and kind of settled things and got everything out of the open. So that was a pretty amazing day as a head coach.
He's a great guy, hard worker, and bottom line, he was a winner, and it's a great honor for Sonoma State to give him to be in the Hall of Fame. I'm honored to speak about him. It was an honor to play with him. Hey, Ethan, congratulations, well deserved, and yeah, I'm proud of you, buddy.
Ethan, you know, I'm really happy he came and played for me. We became good friends after I've been down seeing the family. He comes to games and things, and really proud of Ethan, and love you, and I'm look forward to hanging out with you more in the future.